Good morning. I want to talk about good governance. When you talk about good governance, or when you mention good governance is all about giving the rights of the people to the people, and good governance is what democracy entails. Good governance is all about ensuring that every necessary things that the people need for the standard of living of every one of them to be uplifted is given unto them. That is good governance. And for us to achieve good governance, we must, as a matter of compulsion, put every necessary structures in place and headed by people that merit it. Structures such as ensuring proper or stable power and energy for any society to attain its developmental goal and aim. There must be proper power supply. For any society to attain or achieve industrialization or industrial development, there must be power supply. Power supply is very paramount. Power supply is a sine qua non. Once a government can achieve energy and power, there will be real development. But something attached to power supply is a sincere leadership, a government that is free of corruption, a government that is free of nepotism, a government that is not attached to religion, tribal or ethnic differences of the people. Once such a government is in place and focuses on energy and power, the problem of the people will be reduced. Now, let's talk about security. Security is very paramount. Security of lives, security of property, security of nation. Every person in every day society must be secure. There must be a sense of security. The people must be secure mentally, the people must be secure psychologically, the people must be secure in every strata of their lives. Once the people are secured, there will be trust. And once there is trust, it means every one of us are ready to work together as a people. It means every one of us are ready to work together as a government. It means every one of us are ready to work together as a team. And talking about security, security also covers the system in which corruption is being handled. And for us to ensure equitable distribution of our resources, we must be secure as a people, we must be secure as a nation. So therefore, every instrument of the law that will ensure that the resources, natural resources, raw materials are not stolen, all those structures must be in place in order for the excesses of people heading the government structures to be checked, like the anti-graft agencies, EFCC, ICPC that we have in Nigeria. The government must give them room and enabling environment to work with genuineness of heart, such that every arms of the government, the judiciary, the executive and the legislators, without any exclusive consideration, must be checked by the anti-graft agencies. Because Once the anti-graft agencies are given an enabling environment to operate to an appreciable extent, the excesses of people heading government agencies, ministries and parastatals will be checked, and every one of us heading a government will never be tempted into stealing the commonwealth of our people. So far, I've talked about power and energy. I've talked about security, under which I talked about the need for us to shun corruption, the need for our actions to be checked by anti-graft agencies. That is, us to establish checks and balances by ourselves so that we will not fall to temptation. Now, we can now talk about education. Education is light. Education is power. Education is the best legacy any government can give to its people. There's no point deceiving ourselves. Every nation has its peculiarity. The peculiarity in Nigeria is such that many of our people are not educated, and any policies that is put in place in places like Europe, America, Australia, Asia may not work properly here in Africa and Nigeria in particular, because we have larger percentage of our population who are illiterate. These are people who we are supposed to explain things to properly before they will embrace whatever policies we want to put in place. These are people we need to accept the fact that they are not animal. They are human beings, but their level of exposure is different from our own. So the people need education. For any policy to work successfully in any society, there's need for the people to be well educated. There's need for them to have at least free primary education, free secondary education. Then at the tertiary level, the government can now come in alongside the parents and private organization to give the kind of support in terms of scholarship and bursary to indigent students who are willing to go further in higher education. The assignment of government at the grassroots level, which is the local government, is to ensure a proper primary education of our people. The local government administration must be given an autonomy to operate freely within the status quo that is laid down in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The state government, on the other hand, must ensure that education is given to the people at the secondary level who are willing to be educated. Sincerely, education is good, though you cannot force it on the people, but the people must be educated. People must be educated because the structures of the government need people who are enlightened, need people who are learned. So therefore, there's no point deceiving ourselves. Everybody must be educated for our nation to move forward. We must be educated for our mental faculties to be enlightened, and we cannot continue saying free education, free education. We can't be deceiving ourselves. Anything free does not end well. So therefore, education must be given to our people at an affordable rate. Affordable rate in the sense that we are clamoring for a change. We are clamoring for an egalitarian society, a society whereby every person, every soul will have equal rights. Every soul will have right to every resources that exist in that nation. There will be outright equitable distribution of our resources. So therefore, education is very paramount for our society to move forward. The other thing now is agriculture. Without agriculture, industry cannot grow. Everybody eats food every day, morning, afternoon, night. Some people even eat 4 or 5 times a day. If the government can invest solely with all its strength into agriculture and go into proper research, mechanization, and technological advancement in agriculture, and deviate or divert or diversify our economy out from crude oil, we would at the end of the day be a group of happy people, because it's a hungry man that is an angry man. So what we are saying in essence is that Nigeria is blessed with a large vegetation of land, arable land. Nigeria is blessed with fertile land. Nigeria is a nation that can feed the world. So therefore, our government must, as a matter of compulsion, invest heavily in agriculture, so that our people will not go and die of hunger. There is need for the government to discourage importation of agricultural products. You imagine, in Nigeria, people still import toothpicks. Why? This is a very bad image for our people. How can we grow our GDP when we import something as small as toothpick? This is a shame to us, people. We call ourselves giant of Africa, yet we cannot produce what our people will be eating. We cannot produce enough for our people. We must give subsidy in agriculture. We must give credit in agriculture, soft loans, to encourage entrepreneur farmer in every area of agro-based enterprise. Another thing for us to move forward as a nation is that our government must provide the three basic things of life: shelter, clothing, and feeding. Government, as a matter of compulsion, must invest heavily in the construction of medium housing estates that will cater for the shelter of civil servants, private citizens, entrepreneurs who can afford buying a house on mortgage from the government as little as they can afford, depending on their monthly income. Government must be able to build houses and give to people, whereby you will be paying monthly or quarterly or yearly till such money is totally paid off. Even if the person dies, the children or any relative can continue to be paying the money. Housing, mortgage. Government must invest heavily into properties. The issue of Nigerians still living inside ghettos, squalors in this 21st century global world is not encouraging. It's a big disgrace to us as a people. So, in a nutshell, talk about energy and power. I've talked about education. I've talked about agriculture. Talk about housing. Now, basic amenities: good road, pipe-borne water, and lightning. Our street must have street lights. Our people must have water being supplied to their various houses. people must be able to 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 live as a people, not like animals. Basic amenities government must provide. Government must build good schools in local government areas. It's a matter of compulsion. Enough is enough. Nigeria need to move forward. We need to change the way we think. We need to change the way we reason. We need to change the way we do things. We need to learn, start doing things right at the right time, the right way. There is need for our nation to attain its height in the community of nations. Nigeria is blessed with abundant human and natural resources. We cannot continue like this. Our people are suffering. Government every day kept coming up with foreign policies that cannot work when you compare it with the way our government has been run since 1960. You understand that we need to study our people. We need to study the way our people do things. We need to study everything concerning our people. We cannot continue like this. We cannot continue like this. A lot has to be done. A lot has to be done. All the people that we elect, government officials, the head of parastatals, agencies, the head of government, local government chairman, councillors, governors, commissioners, ministers, director generals, they must come together. Even people in Nigeria immigration, Nigeria custom, Nigeria police, Nigeria army, Nigeria navy, Nigeria air force, we must realize a common ground for the unity and sovereignty, protection of the territorial integrity of Nigeria, so that we can attain our height as a people, as a nation, so that we can move forward. We cannot continue like this, because the time has come for us to stand in Africa and show to the world that yes, we are giants of Africa, by action, by our doing, not by words of mouth. It is action that speaks louder, not voice. They say it is easier said than done. Let us endeavor to make it easier done than said. What are we saying? The whole nation, within a short period, with sincerity of heart, can change. Must we carry trucks, trailers, killing people on the road, moving from one state to another because of the greedy intentions of politicians, because of the insensitive behavior of politicians, because of their irrationality? The whole state of the federation is connected to a rail line. Why can't the government invest heavily in these rail lines so that trains can be moving from one state to another without us carrying people, carrying raw material from one industry to another? Rail transport, air transport, Nigeria Airways, where is it today? It is not existing again because of the greedy intent of politicians. A whole Nigeria does not have an aircraft, but if you go to Abuja, you will see the presidency displaying 11 fleets of exotic aircraft, bombardier jets, different design. How can we move forward as a nation? How can we move forward as a nation? Let us ask ourselves, are we sincere enough? Are we really sincere enough? Enough is enough. There must be change. We are not calling for a revolution because we don't want to shed blood. We will not shed blood because we have children, innocent children. They must not be subjected to slavery. They must not be subjected to being a refugee. We will not kill people. But what we are saying is that the right thing must be done. Today, where is Nigeria Port Authority, Nigeria vessel? Where have we taken it? Nigeria does not have a single vessel, but individuals have different vessels. How can we create an employment for our people? It is when every structures of the government is working perfectly well. How can the government create employment? For example, if Nigeria as a nation, with all the billions that they are wasting here and there, can build refineries that will be refining at least 40,000 barrels of petroleum products in a day. Nigeria can attain its height as a people. We cannot continue like this. It doesn't make any sense. If refinery can be working properly, the government can generate 20,000 workforce within that period the refinery is put in place. If the rail line is working properly, we will reduce pressure on our roads. All those money we waste maintaining road, doing substandard road left and right, causing accident, killing our people, everything will stop. We cannot continue in this shameful act. It's a big disgrace. A situation whereby one person will steal money and go and bury it into the soil. Why? Is that not craze? That is craze. We can't continue like this. Nigeria need a change. We need a change. I'm using this opportunity to talk to every Nigerian. Our vote is our power. Our vote is our power. Every election period, we must ensure we register. We must ensure we get our permanent voters card. We must ensure on the election day we go out and vote. Don't go out and be carrying weapons. Don't go out and be joining political talks, brandishing of weapons to kill people. That is not the assignment that we want you to go and do to make our society change. Even the politicians that you are following, all their children and family and relatives, they don't stay in Nigeria. They are outside. The way forward is what we need. We need a change. We need a change. I'm using this opportunity to plead, to implore you, Nigerians, to vote for the right person. Vote your mind. Vote sincerity. Vote for the right person. Personally, I'm voting for General Muhammadu Buhari because we are tired of corruption. We want corruption out of our nation. We want corruption out of our nation. We cannot continue like this. Your vote is your power. Your vote is your power. Use it right. God bless you.